Target with the story. Sarah.
Hey Lynn, the atmosphere out here at Super Target is almost exactly like it was Monday night after the Tide won the national championship. Family and friends are mourning the loss of Ariel Backstrom, a 15-year-old Northridge High School student. According to the Tuscaloosa police yesterday, I do have Mr. James Brown with the Alabama Department of Transportation with me. And Mr. Brown, go ahead and talk to us a little bit about what are the current road conditions and any road issues we may have in the Tuscaloosa area right now. That millions of people are hoping a set of 6 numbers will change their lives forever. The number has grown to be 1.5 billion, the largest in U.S. history. Using and navigating the American Red Cross app is actually super easy and user-friendly. So let's go ahead and grab your smartphone. When you first open the app, you can select what location you're wanting to monitor severe weather for. That's right, Tamika, the National Weather Service is making sure you know how to stay safe in case flooding comes our way. Hey Philip, we're out here trying to withstand these almost freezing cold temperatures. And make sure to stay tuned into WVUA. We will have the winning Powerball numbers coming up. Live in the newsroom, I'm Sarah Macaluso, WVUA 23 News. And of course, we will have more coming up for you on WVUA 23 News at 6. Live in Tuscaloosa, I'm Sarah Macaluso, WVUA 23 News. After months of rumor and speculation, Governor Bentley allegedly heard on tape speaking to his senior advisor.
I made Governor Bentley aware of the recording that I heard. I told Governor Bentley there was no need to try and explain it for anything other than it was very obvious that it was sexual in nature.
Collier fired by the governor on Tuesday after an internal investigation claiming misuse of state funds. But Collier denies this, claiming Bentley asked him to lie in a corruption case against House Speaker Mike Hubbard. Instead,
good afternoon.
All that overshadowed by Governor Bentley's denial, an apology to his family and others at an afternoon press conference admitting to inappropriate comments but saying it stopped there.
I have never had a physical affair with Mrs. Mason.
Political experts agreeing with Collier's claims that Mason has been the de facto governor for years.
The affair or relationship itself would not have made him irrelevant. The point that the legislators are telling me is you can't go into a meeting without her trying to run it.
2 years ago, I made a mistake. I have rectified that. I have dealt with that, and we have moved on.
A governor in the hot seat from a story that continues to heat up.
I was actually in the main part of town when it happened. I actually heard the explosion and felt the explosion. We came over, of course, we saw smoke. Brent Fire was shortly on the scene after we were here. Tried to start extinguishing the fire, but wasn't having much luck with that.
Residents on South Scottsville Road watched as Brent Industries went up in flames for nearly 4 hours outside of their homes. Davion Phillips lives right across the street from the building and says he could feel the heat from the fire where he was standing.
One of me and my cousins, we were sitting out there on the truck, and it was a big old after the fire. Got way better than that, and one explosion that got high up in the air. When it blowed, the heat came out in the yard, like hit the chest, and we could feel the heat hit us in the face and stuff.
Police Chief Terry Nichols confirms that there has been 1 fatality and several injured. They were taken to nearby hospitals. At this time, officials are just trying to stabilize the fire.
The biggest thing right now is just waiting for everything to burn out and where they can get in.
It was scary because the way it came out, it was small. They just made a loud noise, and the second came, just made it shoot on up in the air. And it made a loud, it wasn't a loud noise, but it made an impact because when it popped in the air, all the heat just came around, and people that were standing near, I know they could feel it.
She's amazing, she really is. She's come way farther faster than I ever anticipated.
Caroline Scholes will spend the next 6 weeks using a wheelchair and continue to go through physical therapy. Her father says Caroline's homecoming was overwhelming with support.
Her sisters and family and friends and everybody was lined up from the driveway coming down with signs and running down the driveway, and everything was decorated. Her room was just so.
Caroline says there's one thing she would say to her friends, family, and the staff at Children's Hospital.
Thank you for raising money and helping me and being there. Some ladies that worked at the Children's Hospital, they brought me a stuffed animal and they let me bring it into surgery.
Eric Scholes says their family is thankful to have such strong support from the community.
It's almost been a part-time job just trying to figure out where people can come into our lives and assist us and help us. And the prayers and thoughts, I don't think we'd be anywhere near where we are right now if we didn't have the prayers and concerns and well-wishings from all kinds of people.
You may soon be able to renew your driver's license and become a registered voter at the same time. The bill calls for automatic voter registration for those who get their driver's license renewed. Foster was charged with capital murder after the stabbing death of his uncle in 2013. His first trial in August was declared a mistrial after new information on the case came out. More in tonight's top story. It began this morning at the Microtel in Tuscaloosa, where officials say 2 suspects, a man and a woman, kidnapped the night manager and robbed the business at around 7 a.m. 57-year-old Charles Simmons escaped Saturday from the work center north of Montgomery. ADOC says Simmons wasn't at his institutional count at 9:35 p.m. Now let's get a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. I've been enjoying this nice weather out here, Richard. Is it going to stick around?
Sarah, not too much longer. We're talking.
Bernie Sanders wins the critical battleground state of Michigan. It's a sharp blow to Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump is another big winner, and Ted Cruz picks up a win as well. Mary Maloney has reactions from Super Tuesday, too. Richard, I've seen some great weather this week, although earlier saw some clouds.
Yeah, clouds coming back, Sarah. Now,
Regions Bank plans to eliminate 260 positions in the first quarter of 2016. According to officials, the move is part of an effort to improve the company's expense base. The Alabama Department of Human Resources says there are more than 44,000 individuals in the state designated as able-bodied adults without dependents that are impacted by the change. I don't know about you guys, I'm kind of ready to see those warmer temperatures. A little bit. Florida girl, can't do the cold. Off topic of exercising, guys, I was just told by our producer Bradley it's National Crab Meat Day. Everyone.
Well, that's a good reason to exercise so you can eat all that good crab meat.
Right.
Meatball Day, and what else was it? It was.
Well, Bradley was saying National Barbie Day too.
Yes.
There's a day for everything, I believe.
Kind of random.
Yeah, that is kind of random.
But, you know, with crab meat comes summer months, which comes warm weather.
And
Richard?
we've got warmer weather.